and Musk. If you got your intel, you got people on the inside. We heard 50 different stories, right? The black eye where Elon saying, well, it was my kid X that really punched me in the head, punched me in the eye. And Trump's like, oh, yeah, you should know really X. He's really this. And then stories comes out every, afterwards. And, Bessant's being asked. He doesn't really fully answer, but he does kind of talk about he'll stand up. So what do you think really happened there? If you know what happened there, maybe you don't know what happened in there.
I honestly don't know. I mean, I know that Elon and Bessant, I can say they would fight a lot from my understanding. I know for a fact that they would get into screaming matches and they don't like each other. And I think there's probably personality clashes. I think that whenever you have very successful, wealthy men all in the same room competing for the president's attention, competing to be number one, you're obviously going to have clashes, right? You're going to have fights because you can't really have too many alphas, I guess, right? Too many alphas in the same room or the same space at one time without people fighting. That being said, I think that both of them have legitimate criticisms of each other. I don't agree with what Elon did, trying to blow up Trump on the way out. I don't agree with him, falsely accusing the president of being on the Epstein list. But at the same time, I do think that, a lot of Scott Bessant's background is fair game and fair for criticisms. I mean, he has an association with George Soros and some of the people who Scott Bessant has brought in to the Treasury Department and who he's affiliated with even after the election. Trump haters, people who were very anti-Trump in the closing days leading up to the presidential election. So I would just say that I think that there's legitimate criticisms of both of them.
Do you think there was a fight? Do you think there was a punch? Do you think there is
I know for a fact that there was a screaming match, like a verbal fight, a verbal fight. I don't know if it got physical, and I don't want to speculate. I have no idea how Elon got his black eye. I do know that they had a screaming match, though.
Do you know over what? Do you know what the topic was?
Well, there were several screaming matches, but one of the screaming matches had to do with the fact that Scott Bessant, fired, but, didn't really fire because nobody really gets fired in the Trump administration, right? Relocated or reassigned Doge's pick, Elon's pick for one of the IRS positions. And he did so without consulting with him a day after he was appointed. And that's, I believe, one of the things that really set Elon off and led to them having a screaming match with each other.